Hey everyone, Jason here, digital marketing consultant, and in this Upwork review, is Upwork really still the best online marketplace to find great freelancers? Links in the description to click-by-click Upwork tutorials if you decide Upwork is right for you. Now there are three main reasons Upwork still takes the top spot when it comes to finding great talent or new talent. And the very first reason, of course, is the fact that it is one of the largest online marketplaces to actually find freelancers. In terms of sheer size, it's really hard to beat the amount of freelancers you have available to you worldwide when it comes to Upwork. Almost every single country, for almost any type of job you could imagine, you can find someone to help you on Upwork. Now, with that big advantage also comes a little disadvantage in the fact that the Upwork fees are going to be higher, especially when you compare it to other comparable websites like Freelancer, Guru, and 99 Designs, but you're paying that hefty premium because you have a much larger marketplace of people to choose from. Now, as of the recording of this video, they're currently going through a pricing change if you're going to be a client on the platform. So I recommend three things. Number one, if you decide to go with Upwork, you fill out your client profile completely, because when freelancers are applying to your jobs, they have to pay every time they apply to a job. So you want to make sure that your profile's filled out completely and it shows potential freelancers that you do mean business. Number two, this is arguably one of the most important ones, is please verify your payment information before you go post a job on any of these platforms, because freelancers can see whether or not your payment methods are verified, and that's also going to affect the quality and number of people you get applying to your jobs. And finally, number three is don't pay for the subscription if you're just starting out. The main difference between the free plan, the new free plan, and the $50 a month plan is the number of freelancers you can invite to your job. With the free plan, you're now limited to only inviting 3 freelancers, which means only 3 people can apply to your job for free. Everybody else has to pay to apply. And if you pay $50 a month, then you can invite 15. But if you're just getting started, you don't need to do that. I'm not even going to talk about paying Upwork $500 a month for their business package, because that's just insane. Nobody needs to pay that much money to them for those features. And the reason Upwork is so big is because it's actually a combination of 2 previous freelancing platforms, Elance and Odesk. So reason number one just comes down to the sheer size and volume of talent that you have available to you. And Upwork is an absolute great place to go if you're looking for someone who is seasoned veteran, you're willing to pay top dollar for someone who already knows, or if you're looking to grow your team and you're just looking for a VA or someone who doesn't have any experience yet and you'd like them to grow with your company. Now, reason number two, Upwork is awesome, comes down to transparency. Something that's really hard, especially on some other platforms, is knowing the freelancers' reviews, knowing if they can actually do the work, and then actually being able to see their portfolio, something that Upwork is very transparent on. So what's really great, one of my favorite features of Upwork, is you can actually see the price of previous contracts. Not something that all platforms do, which means if you have someone applying to your job, you can actually see how much they've been paid in the past. Now, this is not me saying like, oh, just take advantage of every single freelancer and give them the lowest, possible rate on their proposal. That's not necessarily what I'm saying. I'm saying pay people what they're worth, but don't pay more than what they're worth. So I've actually had people apply to jobs, and we've seen that their previous hourly rates were $5 and $6 an hour, and now they're asking for $50, and their portfolio doesn't show any reasonable change in their quality of work to justify the huge price increase. So mainly this just protects you during the application process, making sure that you know exactly how much you should be paying. And the fact that you can see all of their previous job history, you can see how much they've been paid, and you can go through their portfolio and cover letters gives you pretty much all the information you need to make a good hiring decision. Plus, Upwork actually has the ability to call and video chat with freelancers, so you can interview everyone before you actually start with someone on your team. Now, depending upon your budget, I have a quick tip here for you. If you're looking for someone long-term, I highly recommend doing doing a semi-paid audition. And especially new freelancers will be willing to do this if they see that your profile's filled out and that your payment is verified and that you have a job that's going to be more than 6 months. So something that I've done in the past is I've hired 3 to 4 freelancers and had them all do the exact same task. It was a very small task, and I negotiated a lower rate with each one of them, so I wasn't, paying $500 right out of the gate. And essentially, we both knew that they were going to do this one little task, and then I was going to evaluate and actually wind up choosing someone. And so that's been my best method for finding really great talent on Upwork. Now, reason number 3 that Upwork is awesome comes down to protection of your wallet. Nobody likes having to pay someone who didn't actually do their job or pay someone who did a really crummy job. So something that's awesome about Upwork is, number 1, freelancers are very incentivized to go above and beyond. I'm not saying you should take advantage of that, but something that looms over their head is the fact that at any time you could cancel the contract, or you could say, yeah, I'll pay you, but I'm going to give you a terrible review. And Upwork takes reviews very seriously when it comes to freelancers' profiles. So freelancers know that if you leave even just like a 4.5, that could significantly hurt their profile and their ability to get work in the future. So it is unbalanced for sure. Like, it's definitely not in the favor of freelancers. But hey, we're talking about being clients here, so you do have a tremendous amount of protection with that. Also, you have the ability to force freelancers to take screenshots of their work. So if you're paying someone hourly, this doesn't really work if you're doing milestones or a fixed price job, but if you're doing hourly, you can actually go into Upwork and see screenshots of the freelancer working. We actually had a web developer one time where we saw a huge spike in his hours over a week, and we were like, what the heck was he doing? There's nothing been done on the site. And so we go start looking at the screenshots, and he had just left his timer on while he was playing a game. And so we went ahead and just said, no, we are not paying while you're playing World of Warcraft, right? Like, it was just ridiculous. But it's awesome that you have that ability and feature, because then you're almost never going to have to wind up paying for someone who isn't actually working. And Upwork also added a super cool feature where it actually tracks whether or not someone has been away from their desk for a really long period of time. So it will actually automatically pause the timer if someone has, gone to the bathroom and then maybe they got distracted on Facebook or something and they haven't actually come back to their, desktop or laptop. So those are my top 3 reasons for why Upwork is still the best marketplace to go to find new talent for your team or just hire some part-time freelancers. So if you got some value out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more reviews just like this one over on my channel. I'm documenting the entire process of what it takes to be successful growing a digital business, and of course, finding great talent. Putting together an awesome team that can support you and your business is a critical part of long-term growth and scaling. So comment below if you have any Upwork questions, or if you have another freelancing platform that you actually like better than Upwork, because your insights are going to help other entrepreneurs and freelancers find a better solution. So thank you so much for watching, and until the next, keep building the business you love.